What's happening, friends? It's week 2 of VBL-S Season 9. We're going up against Heaven, the menace of our Season 7 run. Played him in the conference finals, and he was a tough opponent that time. And the first time I played him, some of my favorite matches of all time have been against Heaven, but that's only been 2 matches, so we're going to see how this one goes. I make my head very small and little and invisible, and let's get right into it. So, Heaven has rebranded, no longer the French Frillishes. Heaven has ditched his allegiance to his home country. Fair enough. I feel that. And this team looks very familiar if you're a follower of VBL draft content. If you're a content consumer, a content enjoyer like I am, you'll know this team is almost Jordan's team, like to a T, but with a little spin on it. Jordan's team has Rain, has the Iron Jugulus. It's awesome. This team has Rain, has the Iron Jugulus. It's awesome. But Heaven did something I really like. He also drafted Pinkerton, who gives this team kind of like a Thunderstorm flavor, right? You've got the Rain and the Electric Terrain. It's super cool. And the Electric Terrain pairs well, obviously, with your Paradox mod of Jugulus, but also it pairs with Iron Thorns, who's one of the harder Paradox mods to make work, but and I mean, and a lot of that comes because of it having pretty mediocre stab options, right? Physical Electric, I kind of talked about this with Sam on our podcast. You should go check that out. I don't know when that drops. But we talked about how Physical Electric just is, it just is disappointing. It's not even like a real category of damage. So Iron Thorns needs all the help it can get to boost up its wild charge, right? It doesn't even get double shock, which would be cool because that just came out this gen. But nope, sorry. Sorry, Iron Thorns, you got to stay a 14-point mon for now. Maybe you'll get some good moves next gen, and maybe you'll get bumped up a little bit. But one thing I do notice about this team is that grass types actually give it a really hard time, with the exception of Jugulus and Cryo. Once those two are gone out of the picture, like obviously Muck too, but Muck's a lot lower on the threat bubble. So once those two, and obviously on arguably 3 are gone, this team has a really hard time dealing with grass types. So I think I have a plan for that, as a grass type was my first pick. So this is the squad we're bringing this week. Pretty solid core here. Lots of different options. I'm going to talk about it in the order that I built. So let's just get right into it. So starting off with Cycle Helmet, the Fergarigarath, I want to use Trick Room. This team is pretty fast, and there's not many ways for me to stop that. Obviously, Float Zone the Rain is unbeatable. Jugulus with the booster Tailwind is pretty much unstoppable as well. So let's just go Trick Room, right? Let's just flip it around on him. And beyond Pinkerton, there's not much on this team that really underslows me in Trick Room. Like Crocodile is barely a real Pokemon. Muck doesn't really count. And especially not against Farigarath. So Trick Room is going to help me get speed control and deal with some of these frailer threats on Heaven's team. I have Kudzu this week with Citrus Berry because I don't need the Sap Sipper. There's no grass types on this team. And I don't need the Fake Out Preventer because there's no Fake Out on this team. Armor Tail, that's what that's called. So between Terra Fairy, Kudzu, Citrus Berry, this thing will stick around for a long, long time. Trick and Protect that I have for the 2 attacks, Gleam and Psychic Fangs. A little bit of a mixed attacker, a little bit of a vibe here. Dazzling Gleam does decent damage to the Jugulus. If I Terra Fairy, it's always a 2-hit KO if it doesn't have much bulk in it. And my Psychic Fangs is a really good shot to 2-hit KO Cryogonal always, since Cryogonal has such piss poor physical defense. And that kind of goes for Muck too. Muck is guaranteed 2-hit KO with Psychic Fangs. I didn't calc that, but I just know that in my heart. Moving up next, why are we setting up Trick Room? We are setting up Trick Room for Gastrodon. Gastrodon looks awesome here. I did a little thing where I plotted out like which mons this beats, because I know Heaven does that in his videos, but I don't want to steal that. But I did this on the back end, right? And Gastrodon beats almost everything on this team 1v1. And who would have thought the team without a grass type has a hard time dealing with Gastrodon? And even if they tear into a grass type, whoop, I tear into a steel type, and then good luck with that. Or even Terra Grass might be better. Is Terra Grass better than Terra Steel? I think Terra Grass is better than Terra Steel. All right, we'll be right back on that. Just kidding. I'm not gonna edit that here. I'm just gonna make that change later. Well, actually, think about it. Do I need to make that change? No. Okay, I don't make that change because I specifically did Terra Steel so that Cryogonal doesn't OHKO me with Freeze Dry when I swap. So anyways, Gastron is the mon you want if you're having a hard time going up against water types and electric types. You've got the Storm Drain, you've got the ground type. This team has a really hard time dealing with it. The damage output here is good enough. You can see here with so assuming Iron Thorns Terra Grasses, which is pretty likely, I have a guaranteed 3-shot with Ice Beam. If I Terra Steel, it can't really deal with me either. My Ice Beam, it has a 2-shot on Jugulus, and my Earth Power has a Oko on Klefki, assuming it's max HP and screens are not up. And we're going to talk about screens in a little bit. But first, we're going to talk about Big Stall. We're going to talk about Toxic Spikes. We're going to talk about Focus Sash. We're going to talk about Glamora. This is a set right out of singles. So we're going to set up spikes. We're going to smash things with Power Gem, Earth Power, Energy Ball, and Sludge Bomb. No Protect this week. Protect is for sissies. Especially when there's no fake out, right? So this set has perfect coverage. I have an awkward speed tier for Trick Room, but this is kind of my option if I don't want to go Trick Room. I pretty much live everything because I have a nice Focus Sash, right? Makes things easy. I did these calcs here originally with 212 special attack in a modest nature, but I realized since I'm going Sash, I don't need to put anything in bulk, so I went back and I just put it in max attack modest, and these calcs get even better. I think the Power Gem now has a good shot to Oko, Jugulus instead of a 12%, and all these other ones just get better. And the Earth Power, it really sucks, right? Originally, I decided to go 212 because I couldn't hit the Oko on a Soulfest Iron Thorns, but with Modest, I get like a tiny, tiny shot for an Oko, so, maybe it won't be max HP for Spit F a Soulfest. And if it's not, then the numbers get even better. Anyways, let's talk about a grass type. We had Sneed here. And Sneed was a bit of an underperformer last week, but when you're facing a team with Torkoal and Sun, maybe that's not the best time for your grass type. But this week is the week for Wo-Chien. Like I already talked about, this team has a very hard time dealing with grass types, so obviously I'm going to bring my big, fat, bulky grass type that doesn't die. Leech Seed, Pollen Puff, and Giga Drain and Protect makes this pretty much it's always going to be doing something to any mon that they have on the field, and with this spread, it's pretty much impossible to get a KO on. Like, these are the strongest attacks on this team. The Hurricane is a guaranteed 2-shot, and that's assuming that I stay a grass type. If I Terra Steel, whoop, have fun with that. The Ice Spinner is not even a guaranteed 2-shot. Muck Skunk Shot is the only thing that can kill me if it's like max attack adamant and life orb or stronger. And then the cool little calc here is that this Giga Drain Oko's Float Soul from full health without even any funny business, right? Obviously, it's just a 12% chance, but it's still a chance, and that's assuming Float Soul doesn't have horrific recoil damage on it already from Wave Crash. Schrodinger here is the piece that puts this all together. So Klefki makes my life really hard. Klefki is the ultimate in screen setting, in Trick Room stopping now, because of course it got Trick Room in Gen 9 for some reason, and it already had access to Imprison. So an Imprison Trick Room Klefki is like literally impossible to stop, pretty much. It's the perfect Trick Room counter, unless, well, I guess you could like roar it out, but roar can always get faked out or taunted. But what if I told you that I also have Prankster Imprison? I can imprison Klefki's Imprison. I can imprison the light screen, which I guarantee is coming on Klefki this week, because my team's so specially biased. And the big brain bring here is that I have Dazzling Gleam on this Grimmsnarl instead of any physical attack. And that is because, one, it doesn't have anti-synergy with Wo-Chien like Spirit Break does. And two, I'm imagining that Klefki will probably want to bring a Dazzling Gleam because my team has a fairy weakness overall, and obviously Wo-Chien really reduces the physical output, so Klefki's probably want to think, oh, I'll bring Dazzling Gleam instead to get around that. It doesn't get Moonblast, so it would have to be Dazzling Gleam. So if I imprison with this set, Klefki pretty much shits the bed. It can't do anything. Obviously, it can Steel type blast me, but I live that, I think. And so hopefully, if Klefki shows up in the set that I expect it to, this just turns it off. Just Klefki's gone. I have enough speed to outspeed a Klefki that is set up to creep a -1 Glamora. Thanks, Jordan, for that one. So hopefully this is enough speed. You don't ever run speed on Klefki anyways, so I don't think that's too much to worry about. I think this is pretty safe. If Klefki's faster than this, I'm going to eat my fucking hat, dude. So the last mono on the team is number one fan, Rain's number one hater. So this is kind of a wacky set, right? Rotom's going to make use of full-powered Thunder here. I wish this thing got Hurricane, man. I would kill if this thing got Hurricane. But, Air Slash, Hurricane, either of them don't look very good this week, so I'll be okay this time. But the cool thing here is we have Utility Umbrella. The last time I used this item, it didn't even have a fucking sprite on Showdown. It just shows how niche this is. So, why do I have Utility Umbrella? This is the only way for me to live a Banded Rain Wave Crash from Float Soul. If it Terra Waters, everything's out the window. Nothing lives that. So, I can live that, and I can Thunder it back. Obviously, it gets the KO. I did all these calcs with Thunderbolt, but Thunder is just even better, because if you're running them on like Rotom, just go for Thunder. Well, Rotom fan in particular. Just go for Thunder. You might as well take the gamble and get the big kill, especially against the Rain team, right? I have Will-O-Wisp for the physical attackers like Crocodile and Thorns. And I have Terra Blast Ground because, fuck it, that sounds awesome, right? If I flip into a ground type and I have my my ground type Terra Blast, that's pretty much perfect coverage into this team. I don't think anything resists that combo unless Cryogonal tears into a type that resists electric. But if that does happen, that's just the game we play. So, that's the matchup. Going into Regi Labs, feeling pretty confident about this team. Looking forward to the match. So I'm going to pause here and come back in a little bit. See you in a little bit. Here we go. Get out of here, Best Buy. Okay. This is the right team. I got my stuff all ready to go. Let me pull up the little Ballhawk prepper. Oops. You like the new Hello Kitty background? Pretty kawaii if you ask me. What the fuck, dude? Drive. Is this the right drive? Who the fuck is that creepy guy? Who on earth is this? Oh. Oh my god. Sorry, Alan Rickman. You were good as Snape. Right, that's the guy who plays Snape. Okay, this is the right one. Okay. Sorry for the Alan Rickman slander. He is a very respectable actor. Okay, so we do see Muck, which is kind of wacky. That's definitely for Wo-Chien. And maybe Glamora. Actually a pretty good bring. Okay, I like it. Teams. So we see Jugulus, Klefki, Obby. No Float Soul. What the fuck? That's crazy. No Crook. No Pincurchin. I didn't see Rotom either. Alright, that's 6 Mons, I believe. Yes, it is. Alright, let's do it. Okay. It's an interesting 4. Or, interesting 6, I mean. So just looking at this has a... Glamora has a really good matchup here, I think. I can pretty much Oko everything, I think? Okay. So we see Jugulus, which is obviously Tailwind, because this team has no Trick Room option. I think I want to try Trick Room, right? I really want to lead Grimmsnarl, obviously. We'll try the full Trick Room. We'll bring this and Wo-Chien only loses to some of these guys. Alright, we see Jugulus and Klefki. Perfect. This is kind of the lead that I expected. Oh, it's a special attack Cork. That's dangerous. Let's check this real quick. Iron Jugulus, Booster, Modest. We have Psycho Helmet. Okay, so this has a good shot to Okami, which is not good. I really want to go for the Imprison, right? Maybe I just... If I don't protect turn 1, I can... Yeah, I bet I can... I think I can Imprison Protect, and then I could throw up a light screen next turn to safely get off Trick Room. Okay, that's cool. Protect, protect. Bloop. It worked! The tech worked! Oh, holy shit, dude. That's crazy. Okay, now we're gonna light screw Trick Room for free. Whoa. This one goes out to Jordan. That was so sick. Man, I wonder what moves that Klefki has left to click. Oh, that felt so good. Watch you still lose this game. Oh, sucks. That feels awful, dude. Okay, so who wants to switch out here? Probably Grimmsnarl. We're gonna switch into this. Actually, maybe not. Does Muck kill me? I'm sure it does. Ay, ay, ay. What a fucking terrifying start to a game. Like, it's only terrifying because, like, I don't want to fuck it up, right? So if it's Gunk Shot, it does kill me. Duh. So I think I'll switch here. Let's see if my my Psychic Fangs thought actually works. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gastro comes in. Alright, we see a Protect. That's awesome. Gunk Shot. Okay, thank God. Please no poison. Love to see that. Okay, so I'm slower than Muck. Gunk Shot did 24 to Unshaden, so let's calc and see what item that is. So it's not max attack, and it's not a boosting item. Maybe it's Assault Vest. I'm gonna Terror here just to be safe. Who used Protect last turn? Black Mesa. We're gonna Ice Beam here and Dazzle Gleam. Alright, let's see what we got. Ground, ground. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Love to see it. Alright, so given that that did 8 fucking %, I can almost guarantee that's a Assault Vest. Giraffe. Yeah, that's Assault Vest. Okay. So, if Muck is a water type, does this Psychic Fangs has a little shot to kill? Don't like that. Actually, Muck doesn't learn anything to really hurt this, right? We're gonna Psychic Fangs there. I think this is a pretty safe play. The Gastro, there's nothing that hurts Gastro once it's a Steel type. Yeah, Light Screen's fine. Ice Beam doesn't get the KO, but Psychic Fangs will. It has Terra Ground! Okay. Last mon is Cryo. Prison Light Screen. If it has a Prison Light Screen trigger, it doesn't have a Protect. It has to have an attack. So I think I want to Earth Power and Psychic Fangs really doesn't do anything here. So I'll throw it at Clef or that thing just to be safe. Earth Power. Whoa! That one shot! Oh, because it doesn't have Light Screen. Duh. I can take this down. Okay, so I'm not gonna use Protect. I'm just gonna throw off Ice Beams just to conceal my moves, just to be a little sneaky fella. Well, looks like I didn't even need to conceal a move. I'm gonna Prison again, and I'm gonna Psychic Fangs. Because I don't want to give away any information. That's a lot of damage. Oh, Life Warp, duh. Okay, so this round, they're going to want to lead something that beats Grimmsnarl. Or maybe they just bring Rain. Did I see anything on this team that deals with a Steel type too well? Hurricane, Prison Light Screen, Protect, Freeze Dry. It's literally just Muck. But Muck has Terra Blast Ground, which doesn't... And Physical Terra Blast Ground, which doesn't really beat Wo-Chien. I want to try these two. And I'm going to try to bring... Whoa. No, that's goofy. I would... So I want to lead Trick Room again, right? That works. If I just lead this plus this and... Do I even need Grimmsnarl? Yeah, I would love to bring Grimmsnarl. Yeah, so you can't do anything to stop my Trick Room. Oh, this is like specs. Just... Oh no, it can't, because... Because I got that Storm Drain, baby. I'm gonna Hydro here in a Muck, because I am like 99.9% sure it's a Soul Vest. Yeah, if I Trick Room plus Hydro into Muck, even if it... Well, if it Terras, it's totally dead. If it doesn't Terra, then it's minus God knows how much health. Let's think about it though real quick. Oh wait, was Muck slower or faster than Farigiraf? When I was in Trick Room, Muck used... Wait. Okay, so Muck's slower than that. So I can Psychic Fangs Muck and Hydro Muck too. Hurricane does not do that much. Psychic Fangs. Gunk Shot doesn't kill. Please no poison. Woohoo! Oh! Actually, I don't even know if that crit mattered. I'd imagine it might have, but I'm not 100% sure. How does Kudzu work? Does that mean I eat the berry this turn or next turn? If I eat the berry this turn, that's awesome. That's like just 50% over 2 turns. That's life do, baby. That's... Oh. Ooh. Alright, so this guy comes in. This is 100 million% Terra Flying. Or Grass. I really want to, like, protect here. Switch in... Okay, I'm going to protect and switch in Grimmsnarl this turn. So that I can set up my Trick Room on the next turn by faking out this guy. And if I do that, I think that pretty much guarantees me, barring any wacko situations, the win. The only way that doesn't work is like if... Actually, no. I think that works pretty much always. This is a good coffee, by the way. My wife made it. It's a... It's an espresso pod, which I don't know if y'all have ever had that. Nespresso makes a damn... Okay, let's see. Bug! Ooh, Terra Bug, what the fuck? EQ. Okay, that's fine. Hurricane is fine. Kudzu. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Terra Bug. What beats Terra Bug? Pretty much everything beats Terra Bug. Okay. Let's do the damage calc real quick. Specs, Rain, Hydro. Actually, we know for a fact it's not Specs. Wait, is it like getting... So I can Trick Room this turn and Fake Out. Because I'm not scared of Pelipper. I'm not scared of Pelipper at all. And with Godzilla over here, Terra Bug means it's not a threat to Gastrodon. Wait, does Ground resist Bug? Does it? Does Ground resist? Oh, oops. I guess not. Bug is one of those types where I always forget what's resistant to it. I know Fighting is. I know Flying is. There's probably others. Steel. Perhaps. Fire. But, like, there's so many things that resist Bug. I can't remember all of them. That's a big ask for a guy. It's a big ask for a guy like me. If I was, like, humongo monster... I could switch in Gastrodon right here. And, like, suck up the Hydro. But that only works if they do Hydro. That's a really scary situation to put myself into. Because I could just lose right there if I switch in Gastrodon and then lose this thing for no reason. The safe play, the less fun play, is to switch in, or no, to Fake Out Godzilla and just tank whatever hits this thing throws at me. With Pelipper. Because, like, let's double check. Uh-oh. Fake Out. Flinch. Hurricane. Maybe it just doesn't have Hydro Pump. There we go. Trick Room's up. That's what I like to see. And I don't need Farigiraf anymore. So I'll just throw out Psychic Fangs. The big threat here is probably... Probably this guy. Because if I have to get in... So Gastrodon beats this. Like 100% of the time. I'm just going to light screen here. 22, that's fine. Nice! You love to see. Pin Missile! Holy moly, is this guy... Is this man seriously running the Skill Link Pin Missile? So switching Gastrodon here. I don't Terra. Well, let's see. Do I need to Terra? Oh, Gastrodon can die. It's a little tiny chance that I die from that. Do we know what item that is? We don't. It doesn't have Cork, so... Where's the fucking calc? In the rain, that does a shit ton of damage. I'm gonna Hydro there. And switch to Wo-Chien to probably just reduce the damage from the things incoming. Ah, fuck! That sucks. We're still gonna Hydro. Gonna Hydro here. Then I'm gonna Terra Steel and Leech Seed this guy. Maybe I don't even need to Hydro here. Maybe this turn I Protect, I Terra Steel, and I Leech Seed. I think that's probably safer. You can switch out Pelipper whenever you want. Set up the rain again, I'd really appreciate that. I think this has me in a pretty decent spot, right? I have my 2 slugs. Shinra Godzilla over here. Okay, we see Jugulus come in. Cork special attack. Leech. Ah, fuck! That's so bad. He probably protects with that this turn. And I have light screen up, so I'm not too scared. Yeah, protect there. We Ice Beam Pelipper. That does a good chunk. Oh! Ooh! Holy moly. I think I Pollen Puff Gastro and try to kill that thing with an Ice Beam. Because Gastro is super important to winning. Dude, wait, does Jugulus even get a Fire-type move? I'm playing around this thing like it has Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Not Gen 6 Yu-Yu. What was I doing? Jug. Okay, yeah, it gets Fire moves. That makes sense. But the Leech Seed and a Frozen Pelipper, he's incentivized to switch out. Big brain thinking. How does Pelipper not get a single Confuse? Dark Pulse. Alright, let's see. We get a flinch. Oh! Big Thaw! '70s. Damn. That's a lot of damage, friend. We'll protect here and Leech on Black Mesa. Well, do I want to protect when I have this nice little screen up? Oh wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I Leech Black Mesa? I Ice Beam Black Mesa. I either get the kill or I don't. That's very true. I either get the kill or I don't. Then I Puff on Unshaven. Yeah, we're going for flinches here. Oh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh! No flinches. I want to go back to this bad boy. We're going to put some seeds on Shinra. Damn, that's a lot of damage, friend. Fuck off, dude. Protect. Please. Please, no! How could you? I have to protect this turn. Oh, thank God! Oh my goodness. Please hit the Leech Seed. Thank you. We Hydro. And we, if I use Pollen Puff on my teammate and my teammate dies, do I don't think it retargets. I think that's one of those weird little interactions. I'm just gonna fucking stall this out. Did I kill it with Hydro? Oh, the dice were not... Oh, wait, that was 5. All right, well, that's the game. Look at that. Wo-Chien actually pulled it through this time. Super well played to heaven. There was a lot of stuff I didn't prep for on that team. Terra Ground Muck? Who would have thunk it? Terra Bug? Fucking Thorns? Wacky. That's the Terra world we live in, though, I guess. So, that's the match. Super well played to heaven. You should go check it out on his channel. I'm pretty sure he does the live commentaries in English now, which is super impressive. For English not being your first language, that is a big feat. I can barely do these in English as the language I've been speaking since I was born, man. So I can't imagine trying to do this in French. So all props to heaven. Even if he doesn't do this in English, he does one of the videos in English and French. So check it out either way. Learn French, learn English. Have a good time. That's the match. See you in the next one. Adios.